Up.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? We're back again with episode 3 of Meet the Breeder. We got Boneyard coming through, hanging out with us this week. Twisted has COVID. He got tested positive for COVID, so he's not gonna be here, and he might not even be watching. But that's gonna be fun for him to edit because he's not even gonna know what happened during the whole show. So that should be an interesting thing because we're gonna find out if he has to be there to get the good edit. The first two edits were pretty good, and shout out to Twisted for getting those done. Um, so we got Boneyard here. We're gonna ask Boneyard a couple general questions. We'll probably let him roll his blunt up real quick, and then
I'm in
I'm
fire
gonna show
away.
you guys some of his social media before we get into that real quick, and so you guys can know where to find him. I also put all his links in the description already, so I'm just gonna share his Instagram profile and YouTube channel, so you guys know where to look for him.
There you are.
I think I'm already sharing it. There we go. This is Instagram right here, so you guys can come through and check out his content. He just posted some nice new. I think some of these are his new graphics. Those are pretty cool that you posted up. You guys can come here and follow his Instagram, his YouTube channels right here. Come and subscribe. He's got What You Got Wednesdays. We'll get more into that in a little bit, but let's talk to Boneyard a little bit and find out how he got started in the industry, um, and where he feels like he's at in terms of uh, are you where you want to be? How far are you from the goals that you have?
Well, let me get a couple pulls here. Man, I'm just at the beginning.
Yeah.
We got a long road ahead of us, and a lot of good things that's hopefully going to happen in the near future for the Boneyard Genetics team.
For yourself, when did you start growing?
So the first seed I ever popped was in 1993. I'm kind of old school, so
I was born in 1993.
Nice.
Yeah,
that one seed was you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But nah, I did it. So what I did is we used to get like the brick weed, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, and have a bunch of seeds and shit in it. And took a couple seeds and stuck them in a pot, and then stuck them on the roof of my aunt's house. So nobody ever seen the plants growing, until they got way too big. And I didn't know what I was doing back then. Like, plants were just, we never topped it. It just was a big ass Christmas trees up there, just sitting on the back of the roof.
Yeah.
And we had a like a little bike trail that would go through our backyard area. And some homeless people would always be on their bikes and stuff back there. One of them was my aunt's friend, and he was like, "Yeah, you got marijuana growing on." Got marijuana growing
No
on.
way.
He was like, "What?" He's like, "No way," because she's like straight church. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, "No way." I'm like, he was like, "Yeah, I'll take it off your hands. I'll dry it, and then I'll burn it for you." So, but we already knew, like the young cats, we knew. We was like, "Oh man, Bicycle Fred, he done came through and stole the weed. He gonna dry that shit and smoke that shit."
That's awesome. So that's kind of where you started to experiment with popping seeds and getting into growing and just learning about the plant in general, right? So
Yep.
when did it start to become more company oriented instead of just like just for fun kind of thing?
Well, I would say like around 15 or 16 years old, like I um I found the black market, and it was better stuff than those people had ever seen, like not being racist or anything, but every time I'd bring stuff around my cousins that were down south and stuff from here to the northwest and bring stuff down there, they're like, purple weed. I've never seen purple weed in my life, and then like this is like the normal around here is like good weed. So when I go down there, they was like, man, you always come out here with the white boy weed. I got that
Yeah,
white boy weed. I'm like, hey man, I grew it though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah. So probably like around 15 or 16, I found the market for it, and ever since then, man, I just been running.
Yeah, so that's what I did notice about you, just from the brief time that I've known you. Like, um, uh,
The oil.
right off the bat, you gave me like exclusivity vibes. You were one of the first people that you're like, yeah, you're talking about a strain, but you didn't really give access of to that strain to certain people.
Mm-hmm.
So you're one of the first people that I experienced on Instagram that was doing something like that. So that's what raised a question in my head when I started to meet you.
Yeah.
Um, just transitioning off that, can we talk a little bit about some of the strains that you've been working on and that you kind of are proud of that you maybe want to talk about a little bit about?
Well, the big wave right now is Willie Wakanda. It is a runts cross. I don't like to say that it's a runts cross because runts is hype, and then it kind of drives people away from that. So, well, people like me, like I don't really want to buy into the hype, so I will hunt my own out of the hype and see if I can find something different to bring something different to the table.
Okay.
Um,
And
so
in this case, you used obviously the runts cut, but what
I
did you mix
actually
that with?
used a Runts S1 from Exotic Mike.
Okay.
Um, I I don't know where the Sunset Sherb cut came from, but I had a cut of Sunset Sherb. It's really good. And crossed that to Face Off OG. Took a male from that cross that was really short and compact, very thick branching, probably like the Sharpie.
Mhm.
Um, the inner node stacking on it is very crazy. It's very frosty, and the taste is all over the place. You know what I mean? There's when you smell it, you're like, okay, I kind of hint a little bit of candy in there, but it's more gas. But as soon as you smoke it, as soon as you take that first hit, it's just instantly runts. That's the first thing. Be like, oh, there's runts in this. But the way it grows is not runts. It gets nice, heavy yields, big hand grenade colas.
Okay. Nice. So that's Willy Wakanda. And as of right now, that's not available to anybody if they want to get their hands on it. But you are possibly working on crossing it to other stuff and then releasing that in the future. Is that true?
So right now we have the Willy Wakanda in the breeding room with the Woofles reversal. I am using a Spaceberry Canna reversal spray. The Woofles is also another one of my creations. I'll get into that in a second.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, we're working with that right now to make some crosses. I actually released one pack of it um, to a buddy, good friend, Filthy BM3. If y'all looking
Okay.
for
Yeah. I know Filthy. Yeah. Shout out to Filthy.
y'all looking for something, if he's creating anything with it, he might have it. I don't know if he's gonna do anything with it, but the next run will be Willy Wakanda. work. So we look
So I have a
forward.
question. In terms of you're doing breeding and you're doing projects, and it seems like you're going towards a goal. You're not really producing seeds to sell to people. Are these seeds available in seed banks or through you, or are they just for your personal projects?
So when I started the company, I was exclusively at Turpy Seeds. I wouldn't even let people contact me to get them. But now I'll still be with Turpy Seeds, um, and then I'll be doing it myself also.
Nice, nice.
Then we're also working on a um, website with in-house and stuff, and you
Yep,
guys
yep,
should be able to grab some there soon.
yep. Absolutely, yes. So that website's in the works right now. I just spoke with the web designer and we're gonna get that rolling in the next like week or so. So everything's gonna be available. All like Boneyard's merch, In-House's merch, Spooky's merch, Tino's merch. Those are all gonna be available under the same website, basically. So it's gonna be a bit of a process. So just bear with us, but it's gonna be a really cool
It's coming though. It's coming.
project. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. There's about 11 people in here right now. I'm just clicking all these comments. Double DT. Shout out Quattro. Shout out Luz. Shout out Big White Earl. Shout out Coop. How would you feel about others using strains for your for breeding projects?
So when I sell my seeds, that's yours if you bought that. You know what I mean? I can't tell you what you can and can't do with the seeds that you purchased. Now, if I gave you a cut or something and was like, don't use it, then, you know. But if you purchased a seed or if you purchased a clone, I can't tell you what to do. But if I give you something and I ask you not to do that, then I would expect you to do that. But if you can't hold up to that end of the bargain, the umbrella's on your back.
Yeah, we'll get into the umbrella a little bit as well. So the Woofos, can you tell me a little bit about that one? Well, before we get a little off topic of that, the Woofos.
So the Woofles is Scooby Snacks crossed to Pancakes F2. So I got pollen from the pancakes from Sunleaf, um, used his pancakes pollen to my pancakes female, found progeny out of that, and then crossed that to the Woofles female, and or sorry, Scooby Snacks female, and created Woofles.
Nice. Okay, that's dope. Sounds fucking fire. That's the way to do it, huh? Just fucking work. It even just takes just a little bit of work. Just work
Just
it just
a
a
little bit.
little bit, and then come through that little bit of work that you did, and then find that those keepers, right?
I hunt lots of seeds, so I'm looking for exclusivity for the main part. You know what I mean? And then when I create seeds, I'm creating seeds for a more exclusivity. You know what I mean? So you might only see 100 packs of this come out.
Mhm.
I don't want to have a watered down strain. You know what I mean? To where like you got to keep making it, and then it's like 60,000 different people have the strain. I want somebody to have something special that not everybody's got, and
Yeah, I feel like that
just
might
have
be
exclusivity. You
your
know what I mean?
unwritten way that you guys work. It's like what's your company's motto? What you would say, like
Right.
exclusivity. So
Basically, yeah.
that's pretty cool. I like that, and I could see that as well. I could see that whatever you're doing, you're portraying it correctly. I mean, just based off of what we just talked about before you even said that.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, can you tell me a little bit about how the umbrella started? I know personally about it, but just pretend like I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm confused why you guys are always putting umbrellas. I want to be I want to be in the know. What's the umbrella?
So the umbrella started Uh, I can't really tell you exactly how the umbrellas. I didn't start the umbrella. We started the umbrella all together as a collection. You know what I mean? So it started out as we wanted to have our own little thing. You know what I mean? Like our own little thing. We started seeing people, choosing sides and doing things, and it was just like, man, we all over here, man. And if you're not over here, then you're gonna get wet. Basically, is what we was like. So it's a community based thing. It's not like something that's like it's a
Yeah,
gang. You got to do an initiation. It's just if you want to be a part of the community, throw up the umbrella. You know what I mean?
yeah, and
Chill vibes. We talk a little here and there. You know what I mean? And we have fun with it.
nice. Yeah, you guys are getting pretty big too. I was I was there when you guys started doing it in the beginning and building it into something, and now it really has its own personality. I mean, I guess it's underground now. No, I'm just kidding. He thinks he's the umbrella. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Underground. Shout out to everybody right now watching. We really do appreciate it. We're just getting to know a little bit about Boneyard genetics, and hopefully we can have him back and we can track the progression because he did tell us, he's at the beginning, and that's just him being realistic, right? Because there's levels to everything, right? And he's got a mission statement. His mission statement is exclusivity, you know, and I'm really excited to learn a little bit more about you. Is there anything you think that's important that people know about you and your breeding style?
mm, that they know about me.
No, something important about you that you would want to share with us
I
that
think
you haven't shared with us already.
for what we haven't shared on the YouTube today, um, but everybody knows is I do this shit for everybody. I don't just do it to make myself be the man. You know what I mean? Like it's a community. Everybody that throws up umbrellas or ghosts or cheese pizzas or houses, like that is ultimately all like the same monster. It's one entity. You know what I mean? So just know that like me personally, I got love for everybody, no matter how much crap we talk to each other or not. Like I want to see everybody win. And if I can help you, that's what I want to do. And if I can't help you, still ask for help because maybe somebody I know can help you, you know.
Absolutely, that's awesome. Yeah, I've really grown to get closer to you, as the weeks have gone by, and I'm slowly, getting to know you more as a person. So I'm glad I got to have you on this week for Meet the Breeder because it's also gonna take our friendship to another level too. So I'm excited for that. I really appreciate you putting aside the time for and coming on.
Yeah, man.
So,
I appreciate
with
you having
such
me.
short notice too.
Yeah, man. No, nothing. No worries, man. I appreciate you having me, man. And I appreciate everybody that's in the chat. I don't know. I can't see the comments and shit like that, but
Yeah, we got Big Wire Earls throwing up the flame emojis. We got Coop
oh,
Sevens in the chat. We got South Bronx Underground. Appreciate you guys hanging out.
is there
If you guys
anybody in
have
the
any,
chat that has any questions?
yeah, if you guys have any questions, you guys are feel free to type it in there, and then we can throw it up.
And while we're
Um,
waiting, you can keep firing them off.
yep, yep. So let's see. Is there any strains that you are trying to acquire to work into your progeny specifically for any reason?
Um, there's no one specific one that I want to have. There's, the orange. The orange turp is not my thing. Everybody that's been in my lives or anything knows that I don't like orange, so you won't find any orange terps in my garden. Uh, so if you're looking for that from me, I'm sorry, I don't have that. But I got something that'll knock your socks back every time.
All right, guys. No orange terps, no orange terps. Oh, definitely. I'm trying to collab with everybody when I have something worth collabing. You know what I mean. That's one of my goals. This is a interview for Boneyard, but you know what I mean. I'm a nobody. He's at the beginning. I'm like fucking. I'm still buying my shoes at the store, getting ready for the race and shit. You know, I'm a fucking
Now, when I say the beginning, this isn't like the beginning of me breeding, because I've
yeah.
been doing this for like 7 years, like the breeding part.
Mhm.
Uh, but the growing part, I've been growing for like, man, I'm over 20. You know,
Yeah,
so it's been
that's
it's been a long time, man. And
yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm a baby. I just started growing in 2020 July, so everything that I'm doing is just all
so
on the
you're doing
fly.
good.
I've just been going with the flow and doing whatever feels right, and that's how I got here today. You know, but that's really cool. No questions from the chat. What up, Boneyard? What up, Spooky? What up, James? Jay Blagden, Umbrella Conglomerate. Us never them umbrella or drown. You guys got to stay under the umbrella and stay dry. So we got no questions from the chat. Spooky's got questions. I just got to dig in my head a little bit. And Twisted's going to work his editing magic and edit all the awkward pauses out. So we'll have a nice edited version for you guys. Um,
Shit.
the when you were growing, you've been growing all this time, but did your family approve of all this growing? And because not everybody approves of it.
So my dad is one of 16 children, and all of my aunts and uncles are church preachers, preachers' wives, first ladies. You know, my dad was the only one that was the black sheep. So my whole life, all I knew about was the weed. You know what I mean? Because he was he was selling weed back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Early '80s, late '70s, early '80s. You know, he was doing his thing back then, and it was never frowned upon in our house. You know, so for me to just take it to where it's at now is probably was inevitable. Like it was destined to happen.
Mhm. Can you
And
tell me?
everybody that's in my family now is happy that I'm doing this, because I've actually helped a couple aunts and uncles that had cancer, and they were, given 2 months to live, and they started taking Rick Simpson oil under my recommendation, and they actually got to live a couple more years longer than they thought they were going to
Oh yeah, that's fucking
live. So a lot of the family is, they're surprised, but they're not at the same time. You know what I mean? They're like
yeah.
starting to accept it a lot more. Like it's different, but it's love.
Hell yeah. Does is there a specific story behind the name Boneyard Genetics?
Well, I used to I used to rap, so Bone was in my rap name, and I just always called like my friends and like where I'm at, the Boneyard. You know what I mean? So like maybe that's where the Boneyard comes for the name, because I got the love for everybody. You know what I mean? It wasn't just for me. You know, the name wasn't just for me. It was just like It's bone in the boneyard. My niggas in the boneyard. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
so yeah,
That's-
and it's been that since man
And so would you
'96.
say, I mean, we have Instagram now, but that's not how things were done when you first started. You were building a strong, close community with your close friends and people around you that were enjoying your product, and that's how you built your business up, right?
Right.
Um, so since we just heard a little bit about how you used to be a rapper,
Mhm.
that can transition us pretty easily into, I know you do What You Got Wednesdays every Wednesday. Can you tell us a little bit about how that got started? And I know you were doing it prior on Instagram first, right?
Yeah.
What were some of the issues that you were running into when trying to do it there?
Just blocking our shit, flagging it, um, for copyright infringement or something like that. But everything that was ever played on the What You Got Wednesday shows was something from the artist. It was never like somebody come on and play, Nicki Minaj or somebody like that. Like it was them versus another person playing their actual music. So it was just a retarded thing to go through. You know what I mean? And we're glad we figured it out and found the StreamYard to help us out with that. And YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
So far it's been helping out. It's been a difference. The
oh yeah,
streaming
it's
versus the
it's
Instagram.
great. Yeah, it's been great. We're having fun with it. We started it really because fuck, we was just in the house. You know what I mean? We in quarantine. Nobody could really do anything, and we just took the inspiration from the verses and brought it into our world. And just want to give people a platform to where they could do some kind of contest type thing and feel appreciated and have a place where they can play their music and get it out to where some people ain't never heard it before. You know what I mean? And people hear it and now they got a new follower and a new subscriber and a new person to buy some music from them, just because they came on to What You Got Wednesday and had fun with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so right now, since you guys are trying to get it rolling and get a little bit of momentum on it, what are some of the things you want to see happening like once you get that momentum? Because I know it's a steady grind right now. You got to get your people in there. You got to get somebody. You mean somebody?
I just want to get more people, driven to it and more people to stay in it and more competitors. You know, I would like to have it locked in to where I can give promotions over the week, like we're doing this week with the the face off we got going on later on today. But we also have What You Got Wednesday going tomorrow with two artists that are itching to go at it with each other. So
Awesome. Awesome. So it could also act as a place to settle beefs for certain artists and stuff, and eventually it could drive traffic that way. That's awesome. Hell yeah. So that's gonna be happening tomorrow. You said I'm definitely gonna check that out if we got two people trying to
yeah,
try to battle each
What
other.
You Got Wednesday every Wednesday,
What
uh,
you got Wednesdays,
five.
every Wednesday, guys, 9 p.m. Eastern on Boneyard's channel. The description is got the
Not 5 p.m. West Coast time, so it'll be 8 p.m. East Coast time.
you got it right here. We also got this is actually for later today. So if you guys are trying to check this, the face off right here, it's gonna be right after this at 6 p.m. So you guys could jump over to Boneyard's channel and turn on your reminder if you guys are interested in checking that out. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna check that out too for a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna
Any
be
questions up in the chat? We got Virtual Grow House in the chat, Hydro Wizard in the chat. We
what up,
got
guys?
King Louie in the chat.
What it do?
Mr. Manny D in the chat. You guys have any breeder specific questions for Boneyard? Hey Boneyard, what? So I'm assuming you grow soil as your main growing medium of choice.
Yeah, I use down to earth pro organic soil. um, but I also use nutrients. But I'm not dedicated to one brand of nutrients. I feel all nutrients are the same. You just got to find the right NPK ratio and what your plant likes. You'll see, if you grow the plant long enough, you'll start understanding that one plant and understand what that wants, what it don't want, what it likes, what it don't like. You know what I mean? So I don't push brands on nutrients. They all work. Figure it out. You know what I mean? But as of right now, I'm using the Green Grows um, water soluble. It's a veg and a bloom, one part basically. Grow is 1 tablespoon per gallon. The other one is in flowers, 1 tablespoon per gallon until you get to like halfway, and then it's like 2 or 3. But like I said, you just gotta figure it out, what your plant likes and what it don't like. This is the first time I'm running it. I was looking for something that was a little bit more simple besides, 10 different bottles. I don't mind the bottles. I got excellent results with it. But I just wanted to try something different. And a one part is definitely something to look into, to make it a lot easier for people.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. Do you do anything different for your breeding projects versus your regular just for production? Are you doing anything different?
Nope, they get the same treatment, food wise. The only difference is I will let the seeded plants go, you know, 2 or 3 weeks longer to mature most of the seeds.
And you're not flushing those.
I'm not flushing those till 2 weeks. Till the other ones. If I'm taking plants 10 weeks, I won't flush those till 10 weeks, and then let the last 2 or 3 weeks finish up.
Okay, nice. R Dub has a question for you. Do your cultivars lean more towards indica or sativa?
Mm, they vary because there's a lot of different programs going on in those things. You know what I mean? You're not just staying straight to just one line. So and everything's hybrid now. So it's the luck of the draw for me. You know what I mean? I guess you get when with your seeds. Most of them got a heavier stretch, but they have a indica sized nugget. You know what I mean? So it's a toss up. You know, but I would assume my stuff would lean more towards the indica because I'm looking for the more couch lock effect. Me personally, I want heaviness. First and foremost, that's what I want out of my plant. I want the power. I don't care about the prettiness you definitely want, but first I want power. Like it's got to be strong. And
Okay.
so if that's a factor of sativa and indica, then I would say indica. If you're talking about size wise and plant height, I guess I would say indica because I'm looking to breed a shorter, stout bush for the boneyard. You know what I mean? You guys, people that are in houses, tents, bedrooms, basements, garages, people don't have 12-foot ceilings. So we want a bushier plant, a shorter plant that gets a little bit wider and gives you a more compact nugget and a tighter, denser nugget.
So your seed drops are more exclusive, more limited. So when's your next seed drop, and how do people get in on it if they want to be part of that exclusivity? You can't just tell them. I mean, I'm sure you
No,
could. Give him my
The
hint at least.
the next seed drop is we don't have a day for that because we're still working right now, and then we're gonna get to testing. So
But basically, just
the
stay
next
tapped in with you,
they
and
tap
when you have that available, you're gonna be like
right.
limited time. We're dropping this, and this is when you can
It'll
get it.
be limited amount. There's no time limit, but it'll be limited amount. So get it while you can, and if you didn't get in it, I'm sorry.
I'm
This
asking for
the
myself, so
same
I
thing happened last year on 420. Last year is the we started the Boneyard company on 420. We already had it going on um, prior to the 420. I actually released it and started dropping on 420 last year, and it was sold out on the first day. There was 50 packs of each, and a couple exclusive ones in there that only had like 10.
Have you done any? Oh wait, you're doing. Is this your first feminized project using the space barrier, or have you done other feminized
I
projects?
tried another feminized project at the wrong time because I was also doing a regular project, and I don't think the feminized took very well. I think the cross contamination from the regular room pollinated the other room, so we ended up just scrapping the project, and we just give them to people, you know.
I hear reg beans are the ones you want to scoop. You have a particular type you go after. Being a breeder, do you look for a certain type of male, or keep around for a pollinator? So yeah, let's.
So me personally, I keep all my males.
Hmm.
Most people don't do that, but I keep all my males because it's gonna take work. You One is not gonna match this one all the time. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to. So say we'll take woofles as an example. You have a woofles males. You got 10 of them, and now you want to cross woofles to whatever. Ice cream cake. We'll use ice cream cake and woofles as an example. So you got 10 males of woofles, and four of them are short, stacky, big broad leaves, five leaves, and then you got a couple other ones that are tall, 7 to 9 leaves, a little bit less, broad, but they got more leaf blades, so you see a couple different variations of males, right? So you play with one, right? And that shit turns into a shit show. Now you can't use that one, you know what I mean? So you got to go back to the drawing board and try it with a different male and see what you find and keep going until you find the right male that works for you in your position. Um, I don't believe in just keeping one male and just, yeah, you hit it and you got to find the work.
Yeah. So in that situation, 10 mil sounds like a lot. So right now, I'm doing like a small project with three males. I'm doing three males, and I'm basically my goal is to pollinate them three separate times, um, to make to like at least two or three females, so that I can see if there's a trait that's getting passed on to the progeny in each one, and if there's a pattern that I can trace it to two or three strains. So I can figure out what those each of those three males bring to the table each time I breed with them.
So what I would do is like get like 1 gallon pots, take clones of each of your females and just separate each one and just make, you know, small, because you're only doing it for yourself to see what works first. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
only need one little plant with a little, couple nuggets on it, give you probably 100 seeds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can pop those and go through those and um, start to see, what you're talking about, the variation and the the lineage that's being passed on through it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna take that advice and do some small.
You know, get a couple 2x2
Yeah,
tents or something like that. You know,
yeah, because you don't need a very big plant to get a lot of seed. You know,
right?
you're right.
And you can use that same male on each female. Though, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like in
yeah,
the tent,
absolutely.
have one male with all these three girls. You know, you said you got three males, so one, two, three. Room one got one, and these females. Room two got two male, and these females. The same females, but three different males in each room,
Yep,
or
different
one
things.
different male in each
Yeah. RW says he appreciates the knowledge. We got 19 people in here. We appreciate you guys for tapping in. If you guys are trying to show Boneyard that you're here supporting him, go ahead and throw those umbrellas up. Throw up those bone emojis for him, and I'll pin your comments so he can see your comments because he can't see you guys right now. He
room.
might
That's
have
how
his other
you know
phone.
people fucking with a real one.
Yep, yep. Got Iceberg Cultivations, Chronic Caper,
Word up,
Kush
bro.
Killer, James Blagden. We got Chronic Caper, Iceberg Cultivation, R Dub. If you guys have any questions that you guys have been wanting to ask, oh, what up, Tino? Shout out to Tino. Ask Boneyard. You guys have known him for a while. You guys go to his lives, interact with him on a daily basis. But is there any questions that you guys haven't got to ask him that you just wanted to ask him? And this is the perfect time, you know?
Perfect time.
But I think we got a lot of good stuff so far. I mean, once Twisted cuts it all together, it's gonna come out really good.
Are
And
we
then
done already?
no, we're gonna hang out for more time. But I'm
Okay.
just saying, so far it's doing good. Um, is breeding frustrating at certain times?
Fuck yes.
Quattro.
Fuck yes. So just like we'll take the last feminized project, that we tried, like that. That's that wrecks your brain when you get cross contamination, and you thought that you took all the precautions to stop that from happening, and it didn't happen. So yeah, it's frustrating at times, man. And like you get, like I said, you got to go through mails and shit. It's like everything's not gonna work. That shit's gonna be frustrating. Like fuck, I put all this time, and it's like 12 weeks for breeding. You know what I mean? Like just to
And
just
would you say that those didn't work out because you just like you make the cross and then you grow it out and it's just low yielding, like
yeah, the
special
slow
coming out of it?
growth, lots of mutants, bad germination rates, herm problems. The list goes on.
Got
Um,
you, got you.
you want to find what you like ultimately.
Mhm. And it's important to
For me
start with a
personally,
good
I'm like
base. So would
like
you say that you go after any land races?
if
Or
I
is there any
could, I
land
would
races you
want
go
like
after?
something more on like the Hindu lines, like the Kush, the the dirty, earthy, funky type like that. Um, I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking for long, tall, lanky plants. But if you grow my stuff to a certain extent, that stuff is going to take over your garden fast.
Hell yeah. We already went over this signature strains, so just Wolfos and Willie Wakanda. Anything else that's notable?
The sweets and sours.
Sweets and sours. Okay, yeah, I just heard. What was the cross on that one?
The sweets and sours is Sunset Mac crossed to Pancakes F2.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. We just talked about that one.
Um,
I'm all for the Kush Chronic says. Appreciate you guys.
uh,
Fire.
Go
Yeah.
too, man.
So I'm really excited, like to just know you, and Tino, because you guys all have like your own vision on what the ideal terps are, and that you're bringing to the table. It's your unique. What makes you as a breeder unique? Like not everybody's trying to deliver the same same thing to everybody, which is what's really interesting to me. And
Right.
got no more questions. You guys make sure to tap in for What You Got Wednesdays next tomorrow, and Boneyard's gonna be on in a little bit at 6 p.m.
Yes, sir. In an hour and a half, we're gonna have the face off. Dre Black and Stunton Carter. Uh,
Hell yeah.
they are taking the What You Got Wednesday to a
Me and Bone a
different
lot alike.
entity.
Tino says you guys are a lot alike. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, I agree, man. The only thing I don't agree with is I don't do the water thing. I can't get that shit, man. I've tried hella times.
Yeah, dude, he'll teach you.
So that
He's
shit is frustrating as
yeah,
fuck. I'm like, man, fuck this
he's the
water
hydro
shit.
god, bro. I bet he pisses people off because they're like, "How does this guy grow so good? How does he grow the hydro so good?"
Top five pet peeves of being a breeder, man. I don't like when people don't show the support um, of the people that use their gear. So say like I use Seed Junkie or Exotic Mike or Compound or Bloom or in-house, any of the I'm sure in-house would show love, you know what I mean, because we on a different level. I don't know them like I know in-house, but like if we're tagging you like with your gear and this and that, and we're doing work with your stuff and we're showing off your stuff, like, and you look at that, like, at least have like the courtesy to like put a heart on it, to acknowledge, you know what I mean, like that we there and we supported you. These people just look at your stuff. Have to now they don't, you know what I mean, but they used to look at your stuff and just ignore the shit. You're like, wait, what? Like I'm promoting for you. You know what I mean? It's like free promotion, and like people that know how to grow and they got beautiful plants and shit like that. Like that shit is the biggest promotion you can get, because that's gonna draw people in. Like, oh man, I have to have that, because a lot of people buy with their eyes. They don't you know think about what they actually like when they buy it. They buy with their eyes, like, oh, this is so pretty, but they can get it and it's not going to come out the same as that picture, because that was 1 in 1,000. You know what I mean? Like, and they chose that for a reason, because that shit was excellent on the pictures. You but tell them to show you the one that has like the most potency on it. You know what I mean? And it'll probably still be pretty, but it probably won't be that pretty. You know what I mean? So somebody's gonna buy with their eyes. I say don't do it.
Tino says some people be hating. Some people be
Yeah,
hating.
man. Lots of people be hating, man. So you know, I just say have tough skin. And
You should share this on Instagram too. I'd say a lot of people didn't get notifications. At least I did. Yeah, that's actually a good idea too. Maybe there could be a way for me just to clip it together and put it on Instagram too. We'll figure it out. Definitely.
I
Twist is
think
gonna be
next time you do this, when you're in the backstage, go live for like 10 minutes or something, and let people know, like,
yeah. I mean
showing
I typically didn't do that for the first two ones, so I didn't do it for this one either. I kind of I don't really want people to be there. If anything, it's
don't
less
want people to
pressure.
be there.
No one there,
You want
yeah, and
people to be
I
there,
think
man.
just
You
to
want
get
people
to
to be
edit
there.
it and then post it up. So this one, we had a rough start because we didn't really hype it up. But if we acquire the breeder lined up a week ahead and kind of have time to hype it up, it makes it a little bit better. But definitely good turnout for not promoting it or anything and having such a last minute thing.
Hold on, I still got four more, huh? I still
What
got
happened?
four. I still got four more, right?
Four
Pet
more
peeve.
what?
Four more
Oh
pet
yeah,
peeves.
pet peeves. You got any more?
Fucking man, I really don't like having all the fucking males. Like, but I know it takes work. You know what I mean? And a lot of
Yeah.
people
So
don't do
like
the work that I do. But
so the
I
business
do hate
aspect
that
of it
shit.
or the logistics are you talking about? Like logistics, like getting did you say
Like
mail?
the males, the males in the
Like the
flower.
mail
You know,
plants?
yeah, male plants. Like I hate having to keep them all. You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest pet peeve. Like that shit is terrible because it takes up a lot of space. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then it's space. Space you can do a lot more than just mother males. But uh, what else do I hate to have to deny people like
Yeah.
because I wanna help. You know what I mean? And
Umbrella
I just
Kazama
hate to
says
do
send
that.
them.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, fuck, I don't have any more of those. Like I'm gonna keep whatever's left.
Yeah.
I don't like to let people down. That's like that's the worst. Like I don't want you to have to say anything negative about me.
Yeah.
um, that's about four of them right there. Hold on,
While you're talking about those,
four, what four?
I'm gonna pull up the new Instagram we're working on for the network. So it ties into what he said about these sub notifications and stuff like that. I created a whole nother Instagram so that we could start posting notifications before um, members of the network are about to do anything involving the YouTube live or anything like that. So you guys can go find this Instagram on Instagram right now. It's called network.gtc. If you go on here, you can click any of these right here and it'll take you to a little page. And you can either click to go to YouTube or you could go to one of Tino's profiles on Instagram. So you can use this to get to whoever you want to view on the network's platform. So we're gonna have everybody here. We're gonna put show and underground in here too, and then you guys can also click this link tree right here, and it'll take you to um, all the links, Instagram links and YouTube links for Boneyard, Tino, Underground Show, and In House is going to be on here too. So if you guys are trying to check that out, go ahead and shoot that a follow. It'll be really good for if you guys are trying to stay tapped in with any type of YouTube content. I'm going to try to get it posted on here so people are getting notified and people know that it's coming up and they can plan to be present. So it should be pretty cool.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all tap in.
Yeah. What you got Wednesdays tomorrow? Um, I'm gonna we're gonna close it out real soon. Is there anything else you wanna let the people know before we get out of here today, Boneyard?
Um, just follow. Hit the notifications. Make sure you hit. You want to get all the notifications. You know what I'm saying? We got a collaboration coming soon. Hopefully, everything works out with the plant with in house. Um, so me and in house got something working on in the background.
Oh
We're
yeah,
also
in house just popped in here right now. Shout out in house.
in house. What up, my guy? Um, yeah, man.
That's
Other than
awesome.
that, we're gonna
Yeah,
keep pushing with this Woofles reversal cross. See what we can get happening with that, and hopefully everything works out all right.
yeah, and I'm excited to follow you on that journey. I'm glad I got to learn a little bit more about you, and I'm sure in that process of me learning a little bit about you, everybody in the chat, got to learn a little bit about you. They see you every day on the live, but I mean, not every day is like ask Bone a million questions day, like you know what I mean? So really appreciate you coming on and giving us the time, and
Yeah, man.
hopefully we can have you back again, and we'll try to check your process and see your progress,
For sure. Is anybody got any more questions before I get up out of here?
Yeah, we got some time, and
Maybe
then
a couple minutes or something.
yep. If you guys don't have any questions, I expect you guys to be spamming the chat with umbrellas like Iceberg right here.
For the camera right
King
there.
Louis got 2.5 years working.
Hey man, keep it busy, man. Keep it
Jay
busy.
Blackman with the in-house
Favorite terpene profile?
favorite terpene file. This
I
is a
like
speed
earthy, man. I like earthy, like dirty.
speed
Like to
round.
be honest, the Woofles is like the Woofles has chocolate. Like it's chocolate. It's different. So I like that. The Woofles. If I could get my platinum Girl Scout cookie back, it would be that. But I can't, so I got to go with what I got now. So it's the Woofles. It's
Yeah.
chocolate Kush, like a chocolate Kush taste.
Okay, chocolate Kush, nice. And if anybody out there has the Kimbo, right? You're looking for the Kimbo, right? Hit up Boneyard. You got the Kimbo. I listen. I
Yeah,
fucking listen.
we looking for that Kimbo, man. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody seen
Preferably seeds,
Kimbo?
but you got to cut. We looking.
Kush gas. Double D. Shout to Double D. You
Dude, I
smoke out of glass much?
nope.
Nope.
Can't lie,
Nope.
man.
No
I
dabs,
think
no
I've had
glass.
this. I think I've had this
Oh, there you
motherfucker for oh fuck, I came 2 months. This the same water that's been in there for 2 months.
go.
I
Nice.
probably hit that motherfucker twice. Uh, I've had this for maybe a year and a half, maybe two. That's the same water that's been in there the whole time. You can see the dust collecting on here. Like, yeah, here, let me go this
So
way.
is it's mostly backwoods and sometimes the occasional joint, or is it pretty equal for both of that?
It is
Straight backwoods? Oh,
exclusively backwood
oh wow.
for
The
me.
Any
I'm
plans
exclusively
on ever
backwood.
ever not ever straying away from that?
I mean, you go through phases, you know what I mean? Back in the day, it was Swishers. Now it's backwoods. I don't know if I'm going to go away from the backwoods. I've tried a lot of different leaves and they just don't compare. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
The holes and
White
stuff, I
Russian
just rip
cream
those
or
up and use
nothing.
those as band-aids on the next blunt, if I need to. But
Yeah.
I'm more exclusively on the backwood.
Hell yeah. Appreciate
Shout
the
out to
knowledge,
Backwood, man. You
positive
know what I'm saying?
vibes.
Give us a little sponsorship. We could use a little care
Yeah.
package.
Eventually, we got this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Appreciate.
What happened? Spooky fell out. I'm the only one online. What's happening? Spooky done killed the live on us, y'all. He done ran out of
Who's your
men.
favorite breeder? Oops. My bad, my bad. I kicked myself out. That was strange.
It's all good, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome, though. That was a lot of good questions, guys. We really appreciate your participation. Make sure you guys follow Boneyard on all the social media. Make sure you guys are tapped in for the next Meet the Breeder. Let me know in the comments who you guys might want to see at the next one. We're trying to get Pacific Coast Roots to come through, but he keeps saying that nobody wants to watch him on the live. So make sure you guys tap in with Pacific Coast and tell him to get on Meet the Breeder episode 4, okay?
Before you watching
Yeah,
number 3.
Yeah, we're watching number 3 right now. We're gonna close it out right now. Um, I hope everybody has a really good Tuesday. We'll see you guys. We're gonna plan for next Tuesday again. So if you guys got the hour next Tuesday, we'll really appreciate you guys coming through. Boneyard, you're welcome to come through and support through the comments. We're all family right now. Network, the umbrella, fucking. We're trying to we're trying to make some moves here. We're trying to all level up together and get to what we need to get to. And we're all experts in our own fields. We're all a little different in our own way, and we're about to take over this shit. Shout out to the network. Shout out to Good Times crew. Shout out to Tino. Shout out to fucking In House. Shout out to Boneyard.
Shout out to King
Underground.
Lou for hitting 1,000 motherfucking
King
umbrellas.
Louie. Iceberg. You guys all have a good day. Okay, we'll see you guys on the gram.
Y'all boys be safe. Peace.